Hello, Internet, and welcome to Saturday Night's Apocalypse. Thanks for joining us here on this lovely Saturday afternoon. We're here to play some Dungeons and Dragons. I'm Sean. I run the game at the Kraken King on Twitter. Around me, below me, are my lovely players all over the internet here to join us today for some fun. Before we get started, I'm just going to hit up our announcements real quick. You saw our sort of teaser promo video before the stream started. You can see all of the lovely shows that we have throughout the week. If you enjoy this one today, the next one is going to be tomorrow. That's Sunday at 4 o'clock Eastern time. That is Slang 101. It's Monster of the Week. Savannah runs it. And it's been going on for a while, and currently we're in a bit of danger, so come join us for that. Otherwise, we have shows throughout the week. We're live pretty much every day except for Mondays and Wednesdays, and we're not here, we're on other places. You can check out Savannah specifically over on Cobalt Press on Mondays, playing her game Lesson D Magic at 8 o'clock Eastern time, and then over on Fridays on Encounter Roleplay, a bunch of familiar faces from the channel are there playing Diesel Punks, which Savannah also runs, and that's at 3 o'clock Eastern time every Friday for at least the next few weeks. Any other announcements or new stuff that I need to hit up? Maybe want to promote or plug anything? No. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and jump back in with our recap of what happened last time. Last time on Saturday Night's Apocalypse, your crew, the Whiskey Delegation, had defeated the evil zombie Dr. Jim. You had brought a number of the Feathergale Society, the air cultists, with you to take on the Earth Cult to defeat this evil doctor and explore more of this subterranean complex that they've been using to create these zombies. Many of the air cultists died in the process, leaving one remaining, the leader, Thurl Maraska, who you captured, knocked unconscious, and kidnapped. You tried interrogating Thurl to get some information from them. They held back a little bit, but told you a little bit more about their queen, their plans, and about aliens, which it seems to be the focus of the air cult's machinations. You left Thurl in the capable hands of your cleric friend Fang and druid Nyona, while the rest of you headed down into the Earth Cult complex further in than you had explored previously. You avoided some gargoyles, fought some zombie, or discovered some more zombie creatures, fought some zombie creatures, met the mud sorcerer, promptly murdered them. And then you finally came face to face with the leader of this cult, Marlos Ernrail, who you learned to be a Medusa. Marlos seemed largely detached from everything that was happening within their organization, sort of existing in their own little world down there. They asked if you were planning on joining. You said no. They asked you to leave, and you did. It's a rather polite conversation. You decided to head back upstairs with the body of the recently deceased Mirage Bizan, and you enlisted the aid of your lich friend Renwick to get some information from them. You learned that they had no idea who your I almost said Soup, that's not your name, who Shellac, they had no idea where Shellac's stuff was. You were just barely a blip on their radar in their evil wanderings. And you decided to take their soul and put it in a bottle for future use, which I think Vivian has in her backpack. So with all that being said and done, you are still in Renwick's chambers. You have Thurl in the dojo, in this abandoned now monastery. What would you like to do? What's the plan?
Well, if we are to finally fulfill our bargain with Renwick and retrieve his phylactery, we will unfortunately likely need to retreat and better arm and supply ourselves for fighting a Medusa.
Yeah, we definitely need a good long rest.
At the very least.
Yeah.
Also, if we're gonna save this hostage that they have, probably should do that first before they like murder him.
Yeah. How do we fight a Medusa?
I assume same way fight everything else.
Just without looking at it.
Like the big thing.
So
it was an upper
am I just gonna have to like look like this and just start punching?
That's what we did with the Umber Hulk, and it turned out okay. Well,
Yeah.
mostly.
Yeah. Well, the Umber Hulk was a big bug creature. I don't expect it to be very smart. This person I expect to be very smart and strategic.
Smart doesn't keep you getting stabbed.
Yeah, I
It has
guess
served me fairly well thus
That's
far.
why I don't worry about it.
I may be able to come up with some countermeasures that would allow us to avoid that effect, but I will need some materials.
What do we know about Medusas?
I mean, Sean, you had said last time that it's a common enough myth, but should we roll for specifics or?
Yeah, I'll let you roll for specifics.
What are we rolling?
Arcana or history would be the two that I think would.
Okay.
So 21 for Arcana or history. Take your pick.
I got 22 for Arcana.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
have a quick question. Are we still with Renwick or no?
You are, yes.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Unless you guys wanted to have this conversation elsewhere.
I mean, I'm not worried about like I think Renwick is so like predisposed to his own stuff. I don't think he gives a shit about us talking about a Medusa.
At the very least, this might also be like, oh, okay, if he wants us to actually retrieve his phylactery, he'll understand that we're not equipped for this right now and won't get more annoyed with us for taking so long.
Let me. Okay, so yeah, as far as your knowledge of Medusas, like I said, it's a common myth. It's something that anybody who adventures and who like has seen the world and stuff has heard legends and tales of these types of creatures. Usually come about due to as the legends would suggest, they come about due to like curses that are put upon people, giving them these powers and this visage. They're not a race of themselves. They don't like propagate. They don't. They're usually some sort of arcane creation. They have an affinity towards the earth, as evidenced by their ability to turn people to stone. They through this affinity to the earth itself, then they have like a better awareness of their surroundings around them through the stone. This would in game sense be something like tremor sense, where they can sense the movement of creatures and things around them. Snake hairs, snake bite, so poison might be a concern. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. I mean, yeah, any sort of if looking into their eyes, their gaze has the ability to turn people to stone. you do know that there are legends of people who have tried to use this reflection against these creatures, using mirrors or other reflective surfaces to turn their gaze back on them. They can be affected by their own gaze in some legends. Some legends say they can't. Some legends say they can. I think it depends. It largely depends on the nature of their curse.
So at the very least, I might try applying a buff to my face before returning, but there are
Well,
some things we could try doing.
Just literally cover Jazz and mirrors and just kind of push them in.
Yeah.
Push them in.
But- So there are possible options, but I do believe, as was pointed out, we should perhaps try and retrieve the Feathergale Society's hostage first.
Yeah, that might be a good idea. They might maybe know something about the Medusa person. Long
Yes.
shot, but who knows?
It is possible, but I somehow doubt they are willing to lend us more soldiers if we return with none of theirs remaining alive except for Thurl.
You can just blame the Medusa.
We cannot allow Thurl to speak to them then, or he will tell a different story.
What if we go back to the Feathergale Society and we don't bring Thurl this first time? I'm sure we can get them to come around.
It is possible. Though, as I've mentioned before, I think some of us may have to not return to at least give the appearance that it was not just theirs who fell in battle, but some of ours as well.
Fang just raises a hand. You can pretend I'm dead.
The Queen may be pleased to hear that, given the way your last interactions went.
Yeah, that might actually work out for us.
How magnanimous of Fang.
He's a team player. All right, so what is your guys' plan? Where are you going first? There was talk about going back to the to Summit Hall. I don't know if that's still the plan, or you want to head straight to the Feathergale Society.
We're gonna have to do that if we want to get this hostage.
Yeah.
Loath to wait any longer to do that.
Yeah.
Do we know where the hostage is in the tower? Or do we just know they have them?
They have
want-
them. We know they're not in the tower.
Okay.
Thurl said that he would arrange for us to get them. So that's why we didn't kill him.
Mhm. What did we promise him in exchange for that, other than letting him live?
I promised not to stab him in the throat. I think that was it.
I was crossing my fingers during that entire conversation, so I don't feel held to any standard.
Well, there we go.
Yeah, based on the notes I took, we take him back to the tower. We can all discuss it with his queen and come to some sort of arrangement. Seems to be as detailed as we got.
Well, let's do that then.
All right, you all head back into the dojo to fetch Thurl, who's still bound there, and saying, "You're all still alive. Are we going now?"
Yep, come on.
Great. And you heave him up off the ground, leading him towards your back outside towards the truck. So is everyone going? Are you like leaving Fang here? What's the plan for that? Are you telling Thurl to pretend like Fang is dead? How much does Thurl have to play along with? Are you threatening Thurl to play along with your subterfuge here, or are we just going in with cards on the table?
Has Fang been hanging out with Thurl the whole time?
Yes, he's the one that was
Okay.
guarding Thurl.
Okay, I was trying to remember.
Thurl is completely aware of the fact that you murdered one of his people, and like completely knows that you betrayed them.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
right now has no real reason to lie for you. Said that they would try to that they would get the hostage. They would facilitate a hostage exchange if he got to live.
Okay, well, we'll do that, and you just keep your mouth shut.
If things
Fine.
go bad, I start punching again.
Yeah, you don't have to lie.
I
Just don't say
cannot see
anything.
this going well.
Wait, I do. If Fang's not here, can anyone drive?
I can.
Oh, okay.
Do your feet touch the pedals?
I can be
Yeah.
the pedals. I can do it. Two
That
short
seems-
people make a tall person.
That seems like a good option that we should do.
We played this game Crash Pandas, and that's what this sounds like it's turning into.
Oh my god. I like the idea of like Thea and Niona like on top of each other but in a big trench coat.
You guys don't know this, but Savannah will tell you. Thea super can't drive.
All right, so Thea gets behind the wheel of the car.
We are all unsure of this.
Do I need to be the pedals? Can you?
Does the seat move up?
It does move. We'll say it moves up.
Okay, I got it. Hey, which one?
You have it like up all the way
Never
though. It's
mind.
like the.
I got it.
All right, just make an intelligence check for me.
Okay. Oh, it's actually pretty good. 18.
Okay, you've watched Fang do this enough. You figure out how to start the how to start the car, get it into gear, begin to kind of rumble down the pathway here, the road leading back towards this the wastes in the direction of Feathergale Spire. I mean, luckily you're off-roading, so there's not much you can drive off of at this point. But it is a rough ride for all of you. There's a lot of screeching. It's like gears are shifting.
A little heavy on the clutch.
Yeah, a little
Grind
heavy
and
on-
find. Grind and
Yeah.
find.
Yeah. It's not a smooth ride, but after a while of driving, Thurl bound in the trunk or in the back of the truck, you come around the pass towards Feathergale Spire and this gulch that leads up to it, and you notice something a bit different than the last time you were here. Just about a day ago, or most of a day ago. I'd say we're getting into evening now. I think you left in the morning. You see the spire in the distance, and you notice this field that is sort of surrounding the spire. This whirling, almost like a cyclone that has encompassed the spire and like stretching all the way up this like snaking twister towards the sky. And in the sky above the probably a few hundred feet up, above this tower, you can see this like kind of glow, this like ripple coming out from where that cyclone is meeting the clouds, and nothing has come and nothing is happening other than that, but there's just like this presence, this magical force that is coming off of the top of the tower.
Are they doing the thing to summon the aliens? I just kind of say that aloud, just kind of pointing at it. Like, is that the thing that they do?
You hear Thurl in the back seat. I can't see it. Can somebody help me up?
Just kind of like grab him and stick his head out the window.
Oh, they said they wouldn't start without me.
I just kind of look at him like, you believe them?
I'm telling you, buddy, you gotta rethink some things.
Boy, you sure did just join a cult and drank it all in.
It's not a cult. Not a cult.
And I just kind of point up to the weird, crazy magic thing happening, going, "You're summoning aliens. Your cult is summoning aliens. That's not a normal."
Do you know any other cults that summon aliens?
You said the others were going to do it too.
I don't think so. Can we get back quickly, though? I'd like to be there for when it happens.
You got it.
All right, you guys go zooming with the driving. Eventually, you do make it up to that parking, the lot outside of the tower, and yeah, you can see a lot of commotion right now. Many members of these the Ggameknights crossing the bridge, kind of battening some things down. The wind force here is very strong, and as you unload, you're getting out of the caravan or your truck, one of the people comes running past, doesn't see Thurl in the back seat, and just says, might want to get some cover. There's the storm's only going to get worse. Goes running into the tower.
Okay, time to go.
You bringing Thurl with you?
Probably untie him, huh?
Yeah.
In a sign of good faith and whatnot.
All right, buddy, let's go.
So you untie him. He says, You really couldn't have untied me before the drive back. If we were going to be getting to this point anyway, if you were going to trust me enough to untie me, I don't see why I had to stay lying in the back seat.
Don't want to try to deal with you stabbing somebody while we're in the car.
Will you silk next time?
Right. I hope there isn't a next time.
Look, we don't plan these things through very properly, so there may or may not be.
Understanding that now.
Let's go.
He leads you back into the tower. You see the knights bustling around inside, and you feel that the whole tower is kind of shuddering and shaking. Those large cables that you could see that were kind of hanging and draping around the outside of the stone structure are kind of like pulsing. These pulses of electricity kind of rocketing through them, kind of like old like Frankenstein movies. And you reach the top of the tower with Thurl, who opens the hatch and leads you to the platform. And here you can see a few of the Ggameknights as before. They are operating these panels all throughout that are kind of stuck into these like these points throughout the top of the tower here, made them kind of holding on to levers, watching over towards the big computer monitor where you see Dr. Jim still sitting, plugging away, and standing in the center, looking excited. You see Aircy, or Queen Aircy, there with her consort, and Thurl, I think she turns and looks at the group of you as you enter, and Thurl approaches and goes down on one knee and says, "My queen, we have returned."
Gets down on a knee.
Oh, sorry, I forgot.
I think Shellac just kind of waves, has no idea.
No, we're doing
I'm gonna grab Shellek's like the back of his shell and just kind of like push him forward a little to try to get him to like bow as I do so.
Oh, this is a thing. Oh, okay.
No, we're doing it this time.
He doesn't know which knee to go down on, so he's very awkward about it.
I'm gonna assume you left Fang in the car with the windows down and the AC on.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's fine. I left the radio on for him.
He's listening to his favorite music and the AC's on. He's fine.
Put a sign in the
She looks over all of you and says, "Good. I'm glad to see that you're back. Was your mission successful?" And Thor says, "Yes, my liege. We were successful in defeating one of the leaders of this cult and dealing them a heavy blow. The Dr. Jim is the other Dr. Jim is dead. We suffered many losses at the hands of this Dr. Jim. But these brave warriors have stood against the cult, and they should be rewarded as such. And they have requested the release to them of a certain individual who we have been taking care of for a little while now." And she looks confused. She says, "And who is it that you're wanting?"
Jazz would know the name.
Ralnick.
Ralneck.
I found the guy I was after. I don't know.
She looks confused as in the name doesn't really ring a bell to her. She says, "Am I supposed to know who that is?" And Thor says, "He was one of the stranded travelers that we rescued along the road. He was one of the prisoners, Your Majesty." She goes, "Oh, right. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I guess if you helped with this, then I can give it. We were going, okay, it doesn't matter. Yeah, I'll have the arrangements made." He nods and says, "Sorry, that was easier than I expected. Yeah, well, Your Majesty, I see that we are beginning the transmission. Would you require my aid in this matter?" She says, "No, I think Jim has it, actually. We're just waiting to see if..." And as she says this, there's suddenly a pulse that comes from the tower, and this green shaft of light goes shooting up into the sky. And as it connects with that ripple effect that you're seeing amongst the clouds, you hear almost this ripping noise, this tearing, as this portal, this rift is opened in the sky itself above you, tearing a wormhole open in the fabric of space and time a few hundred feet above the tower. There's just this rushing of wind up there. And she goes, "Oh, I think it worked." And goes walking back over to the computer monitor. You can see Dr. Jim kind of excitingly typing over there. He says, I think we've done it. I think we have a connection. We're getting a response." And begins to sort of plug away at the computer. You guys are largely ignored at this point.
Should we go? What do we do?
We wish to observe this, but if we were unable to handle a Medusa as we currently are, I do not think we can deal with aliens.
This sucks. Like, Shellac is just very much like, I don't like any of this.
Could attempt to sabotage proceedings here, but that would, undo what we've just done in securing the release of the hostage.
I could pretend to know what I'm doing and then mess it up.
I don't think Jim is gonna go for that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess we should just wait.
I don't know how I feel about a giant wormhole opening up above us.
I, for one, have already been sucked into a portal once already, and I'm willing to do it again, so I'm gonna...
Okay. So you guys are just waiting to see what happens.
I mean, there's
Cool.
not much else to do.
All right.
I want to mentally ask Chanthareth what he thinks of like this energy and this presence.
You reach out to Chanthareth in your hair, and there's a pause as he thinks over. Says, "This presence seems though drawing from the plane of air, using its energies to, well, whatever they're doing is beyond my understanding. I mean, too insignificant for me to concern myself with."
Right.
Yes,
Okay.
let's go with that.
Great. Thank you, Chandra.
Just don't die. And kind of recedes back into your hair. And as you look up and you see this portal in the sky ripped open, suddenly you begin to see a shape on the other side of it. And you watch as a large chrome or silver chrome disc comes slowly and silently hovering out of the portal in the sky. It has these lights around the perimeter of it, sort of giving off this sort of neon strobing effect as it begins to hover down a bit, still above the tower. But this large flying saucer comes hovering out of the portal. And you can see everyone on the tower is very excited, and you can see Erisy kind of walking towards the edge and holding out her arms. She goes, welcome to our planet. And she waits for some sort of response, and you watch almost in response to her words, the center of this disc, an aperture opens, and a beam of light comes descending down from it, and two figures come hovering down within this beam of light. Two sort of bluish purple skinned humanoid looking individuals wearing these large these long kind of flowing silver and or dark purple robes. Their skin is this, as I said, this purplish blue color. They have smooth heads, and where their faces would be are just these masses of tentacles. And they come descending down out of the ship until they're within 20 or 30 feet, sort of hovering down, and you can see their these dark eyes kind of scanning over everyone, and telepathically to everyone standing on the platform here, you hear, "We have been called to this place. Who amongst you is the leader?" And Erisy steps forward and says, "That's me. I'm the queen of this land here. We sent you the transmission so that you could come here and use our planet as you see fit. And in exchange, we ask for the technology that we require to travel amongst the stars. Please." And they hover down, so now that they're sort of amongst all of you, and the two of them sort of begin to converse to themselves in this strange alien tongue. Does anyone here speak deep speech?
I do, actually.
Fuck off. How do you speak deep speech?
I don't know. It's apparently one of the ones that I have.
Okay, you explain to me where Shellac learned this cryptic tongue.
I don't know.
Well, you're gonna have to come up with something if it's on your sheet.
Yeah. Holy shit. I didn't think. Yeah, it has to be the sage background. That's the only thing I can think of.
I think you get like 2 extra languages.
Yeah. Because I think I picked celestial and deep speech because I was like, those are never gonna come up.
Okay. How do you see Shellac having known this language?
I think he may have like encountered it in his travels, like moving from monastery to like abandoned monastery, just like looking for knowledge about the Sun Order, and I think he's like encountered books that have deep speech in them, and he's just kind of like, well, can't read that, and he kind of flips through it and then just kind of tosses it aside. But somehow it took hold, even though he doesn't think it took hold. He was just kind of like, well, I don't get this, then kind of tossed it to the side. And so the fact that he can kind of understand it is just very much like, this is weird, like
All right.
almost like he doesn't recognize it.
This thread that we're developing here, that Shellac is a secret genius. We're gonna have to get into that at some point. So you see the two of them begin to sort of converse in this alien tongue amongst themselves, and you're just getting these like psychic transmissions sent to you, hearing this voice, and you it roughly translates to them saying, "This planet isn't what I expected. I don't know if the Elder will be pleased. Well, it's drier than I would have liked. We can deal with that. The terraforming construct should be here within the week."
I think Shellac just thinks very loudly, "Hey, I can hear you. Can you hear me? We don't want that. This is weird." Like, he's just thinking it very loud.
One of them turns towards you, Shellac, and says, "This one knows our tongue." Strange.
Yeah, real weird.
Kind of comes hovering up to you, these tentacles that make up their face kind of writhing and kind of pulling out in your direction as it gets very uncomfortably close to you.
Hey.
It sort of just begins to examine you as if you were a horse.
I don't know why that killed me.
I don't know.
And I just kind of like,
I think it actually holds up a hand, like grabs your head and kind of like looks you over and stuff, and begins to like inspect your shell and all that. Like, again, not even considering you as like an intelligent life form.
And I think I'm just like, hey, personal space. Hey, what can we do you for? Hey,
What's everybody else doing?
I'm leaning over to Thea, and I'm like, "This is the weirdest octopus I've ever seen before."
I know, it's got legs.
We're just gossiping about that.
What the heck? Wait, what the heck, Shelly?
and then I just kind of turn. I'm just like, I don't know. I think I just sort of say, I think I like look at him and go, so we're not with her, and we didn't summon you, so could you not like terraform the planet? We'd like it, or we're trying to make it better or something. We just like it here.
Are you speaking this in common?
No, I'm just speaking this in deep speech to the Mind Flayer people.
Okay. The two of them kind of hover back away, conversing again. Not one of them turning around to respond to you and says, "There's no need to panic. We will make you better.
Like,
And the queen, who has been sort of ignored throughout this conversation, comes up and says, excuse me, we had sort of an arrangement. What are we going to do about that? And turns towards one of the taller one, turns over towards her and says, this time conversing out in this common tongue, still psychically, saying, you mentioned in your transmission a rift, a source of power. You will give this to us, and we will give you what you request. And she says, yes, yeah, definitely, of course. I'll show you where it is right away. Just need to gather my things. And the two nod says, we will communicate with the rest of our fleet. They shall be here shortly. And the two, I think one of them goes hovering up towards the shaft of light and begins to hover back up towards the ship, leaving one behind.
So I think I'm going to turn to everybody and go, so they're definitely going to terraform the whole planet, whatever that means. I assume that it's bad.
That would likely not end well for us.
I was not expecting to be the intermediary between these. I sort of turn back to the one that's still there and just like, so in deep speech, I guess thinking very loudly. So what is it that they offered you? Why do you want this, like, why do you want our world?
It gives you a confused look, and as it looks at you, as it sort of inspects you and kind of contemplating your words as if they are confusing to it, and says, your world is primitive. We shall make it better. Sort of repeating the same words as previously.
Can you like define better?
It is not something that can be explained, only experienced. You shall become one with us. You will all be assimilated.
Oh, I don't like that. I don't consent to that at all.
Your consent is not required. It will be done, or you will die.
Oh boy. I kind of turn to the rest of the group and I go, hey, this is not good. They're gonna like assimilate us, and it's gonna be bad. Oh boy. I want to say that I first start trying to speak to them in deep speech, and then like I have to like remember and speak back in common. So, and I kind of look at him like, so what do we do here? Seems dire.
Do you think if we break enough that we can just close it and they can't get the rest of them through? Or now that that one's through, they all can come through?
Yeah, we might want to try to close the portal. I don't know how to do that though.
I'm sure if we just break enough.
We've done this once already, but what if we aligned ourselves with another one of the cults and then we told them about what the air cult was doing?
I do not think we have the time for that. I think it might be time for smashy, but I also don't know how likely we are to survive doing that.
Sean, did I hear that? Did I hear him deep speech say it would be about a week?
It would be a week before the terraforming structures would get here.
Okay, I'm going to tell the group that in common and just say, so I definitely heard them say they're in about a week, they're going to have these terraforming structures come. So we have time, but the faster smashy, the better closey, the safer we are.
So it sounded like the one that went back up the ship was going to call the fleet to get here soon. And presumably the fleet's getting here before the rest of the terraforming stuff.
Do you guys want to try to shut the thing, or do you want to smash the computer? There's a lot of scary monsters coming, and we're just standing here talking about it.
Do you think that we have the ability to take down all of the aliens and also just the Queen of the Cult right now? Like, do you think we can go back to Summit real quick and try to recruit some people? Because I know there's a lot going on right now, but I don't know if we can take care of this on our own.
Could we send Fang?
I don't know that there's time.
They're leaving right now. Just wait till they're out of the room. We can turn the thing off. Somebody's got to do something. I don't know how to use this thing.
Based on what Jazz has observed of the operation of the computer, is there any way to figure out, the best way to shut off the portal?
Go ahead and make an Arcana check.
Okay. That's like 25.
Okay. So here's what you can figure out based on the situation that you're looking at. This portal, the machines that they have here have been used to open up this rift that these creatures are coming through. Whatever energy they're drawing from isn't coming from the tower itself. There's some other energy that they're pulling from to sustain this portal open. Shutting off the computer at this point might not actually close the portal. You'd probably have to cut it off from its power source. Which, based on some of the conversation, I don't know how much you guys are sharing amongst yourselves right now, that would be this air node they have referred to.
I'm going to turn back to the alien creature and ask in deep speech, so are you going to actually give these people what they want, or what are you going to, are they going to be assimilated too?
Those that remain will be. We will provide them with what they need in the fulfillment of our contract.
Okay.
So, with kind of the work that I'm supposed to do in this area and like my adventure, would I know any way to like close elemental like portals?
Yeah, I mean, based on, I think you'd have to find it first. Yeah, you'd have to. There's something here. There's multiple ones based on what Chandrith has sort of explained to you at this point. In order to, as far as how to close one, you would have to actually be at the portal itself.
Okay, so this isn't like the actual portal. This is just drawing from the portal.
Yeah, there are nodes of elemental energy that are connected with the planes of those nodes are portals as well.
Okay, I'm gonna look at the group and I'm gonna say, if closing the portal is what we want to do, we're going to need to find like some sort of node. I know Erisi was telling us about it a little bit, how she has one, and we're going to need to find that so that we can actually close the portal.
That's the thing. That's what I'm saying. That's the thing that they're gonna give the aliens. We should follow them.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm following them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Same. And like I start to run away, but then I say in like deep speech in my mind, I'm like, sorry, we gotta go. Things happen. Goodbye.
Okay.
Are we trying to leave them right now? I think our best chance of following would be to stick around and see where they go.
I keep answering my question. Are they leaving right now? Where are they going? Are they getting in a car? What is actually happening in the room? None of this matters because we don't know what's going on.
Yeah, the one has returned back to the ship. The other one is remaining. The Queen is also there too with Dr. Jim and the tag. Nobody else has made a move to do anything yet. You guys are just talking.
She said she was gonna go get her things. I assumed that meant they were going now.
Yeah, they're about to. I was giving you guys an opportunity to do something if you wanted to. But if that's the way things are going, you guys wait, kind of lolling about there for a minute until some of the consort that was with Queen Erisy returns with her bags and stuff. And they have their griffins, which they mount up on, with Queen Erisy extending her wings and kind of hovering a bit. She gestures to the other alien and says, "Please follow me. I will lead you to it." And they begin to hover fly off the tower.
Okay, I'm gonna go get in the car because I can't fly. So
Yeah.
Okay.
if they're actually
You watch
like
them
going off somewhere.
Yeah. They begin to fly away from the tower. You go rushing down the stairs, watching out the window as you do. As you reach the base of the tower where the car is, you can see this group of them hovering down towards the gulch. And in fact, there's this this crevasse that runs into the mountain. They kind of hover down towards it, landing over there and kind of disappearing into this fissure in the rock. So you all load up in the car and go to follow, with Thea driving still, unless we just say that Fang drives for the purpose of.
Oh yeah, he's there.
Yeah.
Fang can drive.
Okay. So you go roaring down the path across towards the gully. Pulling up my notes here. All right. As you reach the last spot that you saw them, map actually. Okay, nice point, Gully. Yeah. So there's a dried riverbed that runs through the valley, and this river runs in this crevasse that moves into this this cliff face. You reach the furthest point you can with the car, leaving Fang behind to guard the vehicle. Begin to walk on foot, following in the direction that you saw them go. I'd like whoever is leading this to make a perception check.
I was gonna sneak in after them, but
Okay, you made stealth checks. We'd probably stealth checks from everyone too.
There's an 11 in stealth.
Also an 11.
Just clanky and loud.
I got a 5.
19.
24.
5, 19, 24. What were the other ones?
There are 2
11 and
11s.
11 for me and Jazz.
Okay. And who's making the perception check?
I guess me. 25.
25. You see the path where the griffins were moving on foot. You don't see any other footsteps because it doesn't appear that these creatures nor the queen actually walk anywhere. Just kind of hovering through. As you come rounding the bend here, this narrow fissure leads to kind of it kind of chokes off a little bit with some brush and scrubs, all kind of dead and difficult to push through. there's a breeze that cuts through this fissure, and at the end of this gully, as you're rounding this curve, you actually see this this riverbed, this dry riverbed, give way to some sort of structure at the very end of it, and a staircase leading down into the earth. However, there are a few guards that are posted here, not dressed as the Feathergale Knights were. These ones wearing the these like metal helms with these spikes on the top. They look similar to the cultists that you found kidnapping Liko.
There's stairs and 2 guys up there.
Would we knock them out?
Gonna make some noise. So we can distract them long enough to go in.
And as you all have approached, some of you are bad stealth checks, there's some snapping of the underbrush around all of you, and they can't see you currently. They did hear something, and you can see, as you're the person that's kind of leaned around Thea, you see 2 of these people come walking forward, beginning to draw their weapons to investigate.
I guess we're knocking them out.
Well,
Get ready.
All right.
We'll try to skirt around away from everybody else a little bit.
surprise attack them.
And wait.
Okay.
Assassin's Creed style. Just crouch down in the bushes. Wait for him to walk past.
The 2 of them come walking around the corner, past where you're currently pressed against the canyon wall. Thea, seeing everyone else beginning to alert.
Boom.
All right, make an attack roll
With advantage?
with advantage because you were hidden.
$26.
That'll hit.
Okay. That would be 20 damage.
All right, 20 points of damage. As you crack this one in the back of the head, he staggers but does not go down. And with the other one there being too alert, let's go ahead and roll initiative.
Hopefully this isn't a rough one, because I know a lot of us are kind of spent.
It'll be fine.
I have lots of spell slots left.
Oh, yeah.
I can use them.
Yeah, you weren't here last time, that's why.
I do still have one question. Oh, okay. So there were 2 that came at us, but were there 4 in total, or just the 3 that we see?
There were 3.
Okay.
Yeah, there's one still back a ways, and then the other 2 that are currently among you. All right.
Wasted a nat 20 on initiative.
Roll for that. Oh boy, natural 1 on their initiative rolls. Okay, did everybody roll?
Yep.
Alrighty. So Jazz is first.
Okay. I think just going to try and finish off the guy that Thea bonked and
Yes.
shoot him with an Eldritch Blast.
All right.
Does a 13 hit?
13 does not hit.
Then it misses, and that's all I can do.
All right. Shellac.
I'm gonna go after the other one that was with the other guard that Thea didn't attack.
Okay.
Arm strikes against them.
Okay.
That's a 22.
Hits.
I'm just gonna go ahead and roll the other one, and a 16.
Hits.
All right. That is 8 and 7, both piercing.
All right. The 2 strikes against that one also injure them pretty badly as you come leaping forward. And that's it for your turn. Or do you want to make a bonus action attack?
No, I don't have any key points left.
You can do one without a key, just as a regular bonus action.
Oh, I can't.
Yeah, you don't have to spend a key point each time
That's
you make a bonus
right.
action strike. You only have to do it for the flurry of blows.
Right. Okay. Well, I'll do another unarmed strike then. Yeah.
Okay.
That's a 25.
Also hits.
So 9.
Okay. Still up. Not looking very well. Nyona.
I'm gonna try to come around the corner a little bit to the one that's still by the door that hasn't seen us yet.
Okay.
And I want to use magma spray on him.
Okay.
So
What is that?
there? I always forget to put the info stuff on it. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
Let
I assume
me-
it's as it describes. You're spraying them with magma.
So actually, I summoned it from the ground.
Okay. Is this a
I-
cantrip or a spell?
This is a spell. This is a first level spell, I think. I will look at it though. I'm trying to copy it just because I don't want to mess with the settings real quick.
Fountain of magma. All right. All right. So dexterity saving throw.
Yeah. It was 15.
Let's see. It's an 11.
Ah, he fails.
All right. So
Yeah, the 15 that he's got there.
15 points of damage. As the magma comes shooting up from a crack in the ground, he tries to leap out of the way, but it sears part of his body, and I guess it remains there if he ends his turn. Okay, so yeah, this magma geyser sort of forming right at the entrance of this stairwell and remaining there for the time being. This guy lets out a shout of surprise. All right, anything else?
No, that's it for me.
All right, Thea.
I guess I'm gonna hit this guy again.
Okay.
Oh, that's an 18.
18 will hit.
Are we? Shelly's over here, right?
Yeah, you've got people within melee.
That's 23 damage.
Yeah, he's dead. You come up behind this guy and just finishing what you started. You slash him with Greg, and he collapses to the ground, very, very heavy.
I'd like to hide, please, as a bonus action.
You can hide from the guy that's being blasted with the magma. I don't think you have a place where you can hide from the person that's still standing right next to you that Shelly's attacking.
That's fine.
So bonus action to stealth.
Yeah. I don't want that guy to know where I am. Well, that's bad. Well, 17.
Okay, 17. It's not too bad for you. All right, Vivian.
So the guy that got blasted, is he in the doorway? Did you say?
Yeah.
So is that like 5 feet across? So if I were to push him back, he'd have to go through the magma again.
Let's say yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Let's go with that.
Okay, I'm going to still have enough because it's 8 hours. I'll bonus action transfer a hex onto the doorway guy, and then I will blast him twice with Eldritch Blast, and I will push him back 10 feet with Repelling Blast.
All right.
Oh, that's gonna be a natural 1 and a 14.
The 14 just hits.
Oh yay! Okay, that's going to be. Okay, that's going to be 10 force and 2 necrotic.
All right, 12 points there. So, all right. Push him back into the structure, kind of goes staggering down the stairs a little bit. I think just like kind of disappears out of sight from the one blast that does hit him. All right. Vivian's turn. The one that is still alive, I think, just attack, or the one that is still alive within reach of you guys, is just going to attack Shellac. Makes 3 unarmed strikes.
Come on. What you got?
That is a 9, a 21, and a 22.
The 220s hit.
All right. So that is 11 points of bludgeoning damage total.
Okie dokie. So I get sort of my temp and 1, and then I'm going to use my reaction to do my Razorback.
Okay.
That's a 24.
That'll hit.
For 2 piercing.
All right. All right. As he gets that last strike on you, twist and slam into him with your shell, piercing him with some of the spines on the back of it, dealing a little more damage. That will, because the other one's dead, and the other one is very badly off. It doesn't want to go running through magma, so does not come back out. Jazz's turn.
Gonna try and shoot this guy with some whiskey to the face. That should be a 16 to hit.
That'll hit.
And so this spell does 2d8 now. Okay, yeah. That's going to be 6 points of cold damage. I assume they have not had an alcoholic beverage within the last hour.
What is the effect if they do?
They just have disadvantage on the saving throw.
Oh. Sure, he had a little drink. He's got a little flask. He had a little drink while he was on guard duty.
Then a con save at disadvantage, please.
Okay. That's a 4.
Then they're poisoned until the end of their next turn.
All right.
And that is it for me.
All right, Shellac.
So the one that I'm still, there's that one that I'm still fighting. They're still up.
Yeah, just barely.
Okay.
He's the only one left.
All right, we're just gonna do unarmed strikes again.
Okay.
13
Misses.
and a 10. That misses.
Misses.
And we'll do a bonus action to hit again. 18.
Hits.
Huzzah! 6 piercing.
All right, he had 1 hit point left, so he's down 2. All right, so these two are down. I guess, Shellac, or is there anything you want to do with your turn?
No, I mean it was just take that guy out.
Okay. Niana, you still have the spell up. I mean, we can come out of initiative if you guys aren't going to pursue this other guy into the temple.
I mean, I am.
Yeah, I was also gonna go.
Okay. So Niana, you start running. You make it like just to the top of the stairs where your magma is still in effect there. Looking down into the darkness, I think you can see the stairs go downwards about like 30 feet or so and then level off. I think you're just catching like the seeing this person as they are beginning to run further in, so you can still kind of barely see them further ahead.
I'm just gonna see if I can. I can't catch up to him, so I'm gonna try and just hit him with the Starburst cantrip. And
Okay.
He needs to make a charisma saving throw.
Charisma saving throw. All right. That's a 19.
He succeeded, so never mind. I'm just kind of standing there. I'm gonna drop my spell so I don't end up hurting people when they run by me, though.
Okay.
My little legs, so.
All right. That will put to Thea's turn.
I'm gonna run after him.
Okay.
Because I can dash as a bonus action.
That's a bonus action. You can, if you dash as a bonus action, then I don't think that's enough to quite catch up, but you are within like 20 feet or so.
That's okay, I got a bow.
Wait, you have more movement speed, right? Don't you? Or
no, it's 30.
Okay, I can remember at what point scouts get the additional movement speed.
No, I have the thing where I can move as a reaction right now.
Right, but you do have your bow. You are within line of sight.
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot at him.
Okay.
$25.
That'll hit. No sneak attack, but
that's 11 piercing damage.
had 6 hit points left. So he is
I literally
dead.
cannot kill him. My dex is a +5.
Oh, yeah. So you come running down the steps. You get about halfway down, loose the arrow. It sinks into their back, and they drop. And you wait for a second. It's quiet. It doesn't seem like they were able to alert anyone just yet.
Got him.
He did it. All right.
I'm gonna go back up. Stop in the doorway. Hey, how about we do the thing where you're all not walking right next to me? Because we just killed 3 guys.
Yeah, that might be a good idea.
I mean, they were bad, but I don't know how many more times today I can do this.
Sean, quick question. So I think the session I missed was the one where like Liko was kidnapped by these people. So what do they look like? Because you said they're different than the Feathergale people, right?
Yeah. So let's see. Pulling up their stuff. So a lot of them wear sort of dark colored like leathers. They have a lot of the guards that you've seen wear like helmets that have these like stylized like bird kind of motifs on them. Like they're the visors come to like points, almost like beaks. And a lot of them have the symbol of this their organization, which is the one with the it's the upside down triangle with the little like chicken foot comes off the top.
Okay, I'm gonna sneak in.
All right.
Just let us know if we need to run in.
Yeah.
You go stealthing ahead.
Sneak, sneak, sneak. That's 26.
26. All right. All right. Bring up the description here. You head down these stairs for a bit, reaching a like a flat portion of the stonework. You come. Everything it's just like oppressively dark down here. There's no lanterns or anything like that. You head on for about 60 feet to 100 feet ahead. It's just this one long passageway before it suddenly opens into this massive chasm before you. This huge subterranean chasm. You see ahead of you, it breaks off into a stairway again, very narrow stairway that hugs the rock alongside this chasm, twisting madly in hairpin turns around sharp outcroppings. It goes on for a long time. This staircase, it looks like it goes down several miles beneath. Ahead of you, probably towards the bottom of it, way far down, you can see a little bit of light spilling out amongst this massive dark structure buried beneath here in this black chasm. You see the ruins of a lost dwarven city spilling out ahead of you. Large broken statues, empty plazas, and a huge pyramid that rises at the edge of the precipice. You hear a bit of water falling, as if there's somewhere far in the distance there's some sort of river or something, and you can hear it cascading, catching a little bit of the mist wafting up from the chasm below. So that's where you stand on the edge right now. And as far as you can tell, there's only one path that they must have gone down. But it is a far way to go.
Okay. Then I'll keep going, but I'll use the message stone to be like, oh, hey, you guys should come on. We got a long way to go.
Well, let's go.
Cardio time. I'm gonna keep going ahead though.
All right. As you all begin to descend down separately, with Thea ahead, the rest of you coming up behind, down the miles and miles of stairs leading to this temple beneath. We're going to go and take our break here.
Just giving updates.
And we'll come back to see what you all find. So hang out with us for a little bit, everyone. We will be back very shortly to see how this turns out. So stay tuned. And welcome back, Internet. Thanks for hanging out with us on our break. Let's go ahead and jump right back into it. So you guys are heading down this impossibly long stairwell towards this ancient dwarven city buried beneath the Somber Hills in pursuit of Erisy Kalanoth, the queen of the air cult, who I don't know if you guys have actually found out the actual name of the cult just yet. I think Thea is taking the lead, sneaking ahead, everyone else making their way behind. As you finally, after probably about an hour of heading downstairs, reach the bottom. Thea, you first, and you reach what looks like, again, everything. The whole staircase you've had the cliff wall on one side and just the sheer drop off into the chasm on the other. You finally reach the structure, this squat stone gatehouse that stands as the entrance to this dwarven city. You can see beyond the open gates, there is a arched corridor that sort of zigzags past these stone walls, where you can see arrow slits squinting through every angle. At the far end of this hallway, you can see the entrance to the Lost Dwarven City. I'm going to show you guys the map here in a second. As soon as I reveal this. So Thea, are you going to wait for people to catch up, or?
Nope.
Okay.
I don't imagine anyone expects me to.
Probably not. All right. Moving you to the map here, to the temple. Bottom left-hand corner of the map is where we begin our tale. Reveal a little bit more here, so you can see kind of the outline of this cliff face. Seconds, pretty large. There you go. So you can see with this the cliff here, there's a waterfall off to your left as well.
Okay, I'm down here.
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna try to peek in the door.
Okay. It's open. You kind of peek around, rolling for your stealth check from before. Again, you see these arrow slits in every wall looking through. Do you peer into any of them, or are you going to stealth past?
Last time I did that, I got a bunch of rocks dropped on my head. So I'm obviously going to do it again, is the thing.
Okay. You come up and peek through one of the arrow slits. What'd you roll in your stealth check before?
I don't know. It was a lot.
All right, then roll it again.
I don't know. Mine's not in roll 20. Yeah, plus 11. 28.
28. Okay, you come peering up through, and you can see some figures moving around on this side that's closest to the cliff here. Please reveal. Why do you do this roll 20? Oh, there we go. You see two small Kenku currently keeping guard, both of them holding some crude crossbows. Short bows, as they are keeping guard here.
I will relay that to the team. How high up are the arrow slits?
Not very high. They start at about 2 feet off the floor and go up to about 5 feet.
So I could crawl under them in theory. Don't know that everyone can do that method.
I definitely could not. My shell's just like...
I'm gonna go ahead and go past. see what's through that door. And then by then, probably the rest of my team will be here. I don't know. Maybe we need a distraction.
All right. Where you're going all the way down the hall. Or there are arrow slits on the right side, too. I'll just go ahead and say you peer into those as well.
Sure.
And there are 2 more Kenku on that side.
4 total. Yeah, I'm gonna get down and sort of like.
Okay. So you reach the door on the far side of the room, the passage leading into the city. Do you go through the door?
Yeah. I at least want to like poke my head in and see what it looks like.
Sure. You peer through this passageway. The hallway cuts off to the right. You can see it extends out a fair ways, 100 feet or so. You hear a lot of noise coming from out in the distance in the city. Some clanking and some moving of like heavy equipment, like stone grinding. You hear the sound of water. You hear a bit of music as well. And I think actually as you were coming down the staircase, you could hear this too. Really bad music, like shrill flutes, very out of tune. And you can also hear further into the this temple the sound of like wailing and some uncomfortable people.
Some uncomfortable people. Okay.
Yes.
I don't know. I don't know what you guys are gonna do. I don't.
You hear your companions reaching near the bottom of the steps.
Okay. I'll for now I'll stay where I am. I'll use the message stone because they won't be able to hear me. I'll tell them there's 4 guys peeking out of arrow slits. They're about 2 feet off the ground. I could crawl under them. The rest of you probably can't. But I don't see the doors how to get in there, so.
I'm assuming that the door at the end of the hallway is locked, barred, closed.
No, it's
This one? I just went through it.
Yeah, you can see through it. It's open.
Yeah, it goes into this hallway, which doesn't go to these
yeah,
other places yet. So
it's open right now. It's a stone door that's sort of propped open currently.
I could creep around and try to find out how to get in there. But I don't know if you guys can get past them.
It is unlikely that Shellac and I will be able to sneak our way past, but perhaps the others could try their luck and get ahead and join you.
And this is me, like, would it be I was just had this image of like me going into my shell and everybody just kind of pushing me down the hallway and kind of hiding behind me and using me as a big turtle shield. But I don't know if people can, I don't know, like, are people able to push 450 pounds of turtle?
No.
No.
Okay, well, I'm gonna creep around some more and see if I can, like, use my great survivalist sense of direction to try to figure out how to get into these rooms with these guys. So maybe I can distract them. Or kill them.
Can I try to crawl under the holes too? I am also very small.
Make a stealth check.
Oh goodness. Oh, that's better. than last time. That's 21.
21. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you sneak under fairly easily, given your small size, and you reach the end of the hall where Thea is.
Okay. Now we don't have to go alone. So we'll be okay.
Anybody else?
I'm a little scared too.
Okay.
I'm like this. I feel like a shell. I could just like, I think I could do it. I think I could do it.
I feel like you would be the greatest distraction. I think you should do it. They just see a
That-
shell. They see no head. It's just
That's-
shell.
That's part of my thinking.
Okay,
Wait till I know
I'm-
where they are.
Okay.
I'm scared to do it, but I think Vivian would.
Go for it.
We gotta get like an invisibility spell or something, you guys.
I can do
Okay,
that. I
stealth
just
check.
don't have it prepared.
Wait, is Fang's luck still active? Because I have one last luck point.
Yeah.
I don't know if
Yes.
that was okay. There's been
Technically,
so
Oh
many
my
I still
God.
have
things
3.
today.
I didn't get to use any of mine, so I have 3. So if they're still
Okay.
working, then I'm still great.
Yeah, it was 8 hours. So I think it was 8 hours. It was 24 hours. It was a long time. So I'll say yes.
Okay.
Because we're nerfing that spell after the next time he's casting it. But for right now.
I will use my last luck point to get advantage on this.
Okay.
Uh, that's a 9. I got a 1 and a 6.
Perfect. So Vivian starts to creep down the hall, and you just get the vantage point of one of the Kenku who's on guard. He looks up and just sees this like flowing water hair coming past the arrow slit, and you begin to hear the some shrieks of surprise from where the from the other side of those walls. And we're going to roll initiative as they draw arrows and begin to fire at you. Vivian?
It's like the visual of Chandra like floating in the air and locking eyes with the
Oh.
Kenku.
Timeline
Yeah.
accelerated. No.
Yeah, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to drag your tokens onto this map, but you're not actually going to use it for like positioning or anything. I'm just going to have it so you guys can roll initiative and keep track of your hit points and stuff. Because I assume you guys are going to, you may explore during initiative. So let's see.
Yeah,
I'm going to make these bigger. So just
Walking up to an arrow slit and firing into it seems like not my best idea.
okay.
Meanwhile, that may be all that Jazz is able to do from this side of things.
That's why I'm gonna find them.
All right, can you guys see and interact with your tokens and stuff?
Mhm.
Okay, this should work then.
Hey, put them horizontally so stream can see the art on them.
Huh?
So put them horizontally because I'm streaming the map.
Oh, you are? I don't know where I could fit them horizontally.
Yeah, won't they be hidden by the
Yeah,
darkness?
Oh, well,
does
they
this
go.
hide them in the
Oh,
darkness?
yeah, it does. Never mind.
Yeah, I put it here so you guys can see them.
Move 'em up. Let's go up. It's fine.
I mean, I can make them smaller to fit the area that you guys are currently in right now.
Totally fine.
This way I can just like leave them up the whole time.
Just trying
Um,
to show the art.
I
No
know.
big thing. No, I got
It's
it.
on the
Dice.
overlay though, right?
Not on this screen.
Oh, right.
The dice are not on my side tonight.
Meanwhile, that's my second nat 20, but just for initiative.
Second nat 1 tonight,
Oh,
everyone.
no.
Oh, boy.
Wait, no, third.
I was playing last night and I was rolling real low, so roll 20's been not kind.
I have an in-person campaign on Sundays that I cannot roll higher than like a 5. Whatever I do, nothing.
All right. I rolled a 10 on initiative, so straight smack dab in the middle.
That's why I have 70 20s that I cycle through, because it's like, okay, you know, by the time it gets around to it again, hopefully it won't be as garbage.
Yeah. All right. Thea, well, yeah, I guess Thea's probably gonna be first anyway
Yeah.
because higher dex. So, Thea, you're first.
Okay. I would like to try to find the rooms that these Kenku are in. Please.
Okay. So you're about right here.
I'm very
right
good
now.
at finding.
All right. So you go moving down the hallway here. You're going to see a couple of things.
Cool.
Passageway breaks off to your right, or sorry, to your left initially, and you see 3 massive obelisks there. And chained to each of the obelisks, you see a gaunt human tied to the base. All of them looking very malnourished. Their arms, legs, and faces seemingly skeletal. They have terrible welts all over their bodies as if they've been beaten. They look very bad. And they look up at you just kind of like very weak as you see them. But you also see a passageway leading off to the right here
Okay.
as you reach the end of this hall.
That seems promising. And also there's a door?
There's a door on your left there too.
Okay. Since this looks...
And you have seen, looking through, you know that there's a doorway over here,
Yeah.
and then there's a doorway up here, so...
Oh, I stop real quick and look at this potential friend, because everyone's a potential friend, and say, "Are you friendly?"
Who are you?
I'm not with the cult. Are you? Oh no.
Intruders.
Aw, man.
Is this another test? I won't give in. Intruders.
Is he actually very loud?
No, he's barely a whisper.
Okay, well, screw you too. I'm gonna go down the hallway.
Okay, on your right.
Yeah, this hallway on my right here.
Okay, so you use your bonus action to dash and
Yes,
stuff to
yes.
get around. I'll reveal it here. So it does circle
I've
around,
done it.
and you find the other door. It's your movement and your bonus action. You've got a lot. You've got 60 feet of movement from
Yes.
there. Yeah, it's gonna be your movement, bonus action to get to the end of this hall. So you're
That's
at this
fine.
door.
I'll
But you
tell
know you can get in
everybody
there
that
next
I've
turn.
found one of them.
Okay. Alrighty. That is Thea's turn. Jazz.
I assume Shellac and I are still kind of at the edge over here, but Jess is just
Yeah.
gonna turn,
Yeah.
look at Shellac, just kind of shrug and clomp on over to probably stand not right next to Vivian, but wherever the nearest Kenku where the nearest crossbow is sticking out of.
Uh-huh.
And basically gonna shove the arcane firearm through that arrow slit and try and eldritch blast them back.
Okay. I'd say you go to the one on the left, stick the stick through the hole and blast.
It's 22 to hit.
22 will hit.
Okay. And now that I remember, I get extra damage because of the arcane firearm. That's pretty good. That is 16 points of cold damage, and they need to make a con save, please.
He doesn't because you kill him. So you blast the Kenku with this this ice ray, and it just freezes their head, and they just go crashing backwards, and the head just sort of shatters against the stone.
All right. That is it for my turn.
All right, Nyona.
I'm gonna ask Vivian. Not Vivian. Goodness, I'm gonna ask Thea. Do this every time. Do you know like where the door you passed before goes? I have an idea.
Oh no, I guess I would have pointed it out before I ran away. No clue.
This one here.
Huh? I'm gonna go to that one. I'm
Probably
gonna go
the
into
right
that door. I'm gonna go
Okay.
into that door.
You open that door?
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty. You open this door. And what you walk in on is, let's see.
Oh, it looks like a party.
It might
you see
be.
Look, a pool party.
You see a stone fountain stands in the middle of a grand plaza here. Its sides sculpted in the shapes of dwarves bearing drums and horns. Near the fountain, several figures in feathered attire play a shrill, discordant tune on flutes made of bone. And you see on closest to you a gentleman in a sort of like a jester's. That's how it looks, like a court minstrel. With a conductor's baton, as the whole like little choir here kind of comes to a shrieking halt as you enter the room. Turns around and says, "And who are you?"
I could teach you guys to play better. I'm gonna. How many could I get in a moonbeam if I cast it?
Oh boy. Okay. What is the radius on the moonbeam again?
It's 5 foot, but they're all pretty close. So I'm trying to.
It's a 5 foot radius, right?
Yeah.
You get 4 of them.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna put one there.
Okay. What's the saving throw on that?
Con.
All right.
That's not-
Con save from the bottom. What's your DC?
15.
Okay. 2 fail, 2 succeed.
Excellent. Let's see what they're taking. They're taking 15 points. 2 of them are taking 15, and the other 2 half that.
All right. So it's you're taking. All right. 2 of them die.
Cool.
Okay. Are just blasted, like disintegrated by the moonbeam. 2 of them take 7 points of damage and are looking very bad right now.
I'm gonna just shrug as my turn ends, and I still have it up, and be like, "See, look, I got my own flute. Like, we can have a great time."
Okay. They panic and start to scream, but that's not their turn. I'm gonna roll for initiative for them because they're in this fight now. That guy rolls a 17.
I just feel very confident that Nyona can take him.
Yeah. And a 7 for them. Okay, so they have
Just
joined.
walked in and dropped 2
the
of them
fray.
immediately.
The Kenku we're gonna have. All right, so that was Nyona's turn. The conductor rolled well, so he's gonna go ahead and go after you this round as he joins the order. Where did I put his sheet? Ah, there he is. He goes, "Oh, what? Oh!" It sees like 2 of them die and turns back towards you and says, "How dare you? Those were my best pupils!" And is going to cast.
Those are the best ones?
Yep.
She's like, "I could be better. I could be better."
Yeah, let's do this spell. I need you to make a. Let's do a 2nd level wisdom saving throw. Cast dissonant whispers at you.
That's gonna. Oh wait. That's
me
gonna
the-
be a 26.
Oh, 26. Yeah, you succeed.
Yeah.
So you're gonna take half damage, which is gonna be 6 points of psychic damage. And you feel this as you hear this discordant melody, this frightful song enter your mind. You're able to sort of you feel this pain begin to wash over you. However, you push through it, maintaining some your mental fortitude, and you stay strong. So that is going to end his turn. And he just sort of begins to. He does that, and then sees you're still standing. It's like, oh. Get her! And starts backing up around the fountain. Is the Kenku's turn now. And they're going to fire some arrows. 3 left. 2 of them are going to shoot at Vivian. 1's going to shoot at Jazz. Vivian, that is a 24 and a 13.
24 hits.
Okay, 4 points of piercing damage. And then against Jazz, that's a 12. I assume that misses.
Misses.
All right. Arrow just plinks off of you. That is going to end the Kenku's turns. They spend the rest of their turns shrieking and making terrible noises that sound like people being put through the most excruciating torture you can imagine as an attempt to intimidate you. Is now the rest of the band's turn. And they come running. Okay, do they take the moonbeam? Is that the start of their turn or at the end of their turn?
It starts there.
Oh, fantastic. Is it it's one of those ones where it enters for the first time and it starts there?
Yep.
Okay. Great. So con saves?
Yep, con saves.
For the 2 that are still alive. I don't even know why I'm rolling. What's the damage?
It's only 4 damage.
Okay. Well, they both had 2 hit points left, so regardless, they die. So the other 2 immediately drop as they are in the moonbeam. The one untouched receives the order, "Get them!" and looks to the 4 dead band members and just kind of, I'm out. I wasn't really into band that much anyway, and just starts backing away. Doesn't make any aggressive actions towards you. Just sort of backs up towards the wall. Since you're standing at the only real exit to this room.
I'm this intimidating little thing, you know.
Yeah, just melted for their friends. Shellac, it is your turn.
All right, I am going to move up to about here. And I am going to shoot. Can I shoot a radiant sunbeam through that arrow port?
Yeah, you can do that.
Okay. That's 22
Hits.
for 6 radiant.
All right, that one's still up.
I'm gonna do it again.
Okay.
26.
Hits.
6.
God, he's still up.
What? Okay, I can't. I'm not gonna spend a key point just to try to take it out.
You just blast this Kenku twice, both bolts hitting. Is looking very, very hurt right now, but is still alive.
I think I shout out to the Kenku. If you don't shoot us, I won't kill you.
Okay.
And then I'll just kind of end my turn right there.
All right. Vivian, it is your turn.
2 things. I think after Jazz does like the ice face thing, Vivian's gonna shout out to them, "Very cool!" And then after Shelly says, "We won't kill you if you don't shoot us," Vivian's gonna say, "But I will," and she's going to bonus action summon a tentacle to smack that one.
Okay.
Okay. That's gonna be 6 cold.
Did it hit?
Oh, I have to roll. You're right. Okay, that's going to be a 24.
Okay, that hits. 6 cold does kill it. So the tentacle wraps around it and then freezes as you see this look on the Kenku's face as Shelek gives these words of mercy, and it thinks for a second, maybe I will live in that, and then it's just shattered by the tentacle, falling into little Kenku ice cubes.
Oh jeez. Jeez.
Ice king cubes.
Oh.
In coops.
Okay. I guess now with my action, I will blast. I will blast this one right here.
Okay.
Okay. Still rolled below 10. That's gonna be a 14 and what is this? And a 17.
Both hit.
Awesome. Okay, that's going to be 19 force in total.
Dead.
And she's going to use the rest of her movement to just kind of like run down the hallway.
Okay, stick your wand through there and blast 2 Eldritch blasts into this Kenku as you come running through. Thea, it is your turn.
Yeah, but there's no reason for me to be over here now.
You push open the door and you just see.
Gonna go this way.
You just see the carnage on the other side of it.
Okay, I guess I'll just turn around and go somewhere else.
I mean, you could attempt a miracle shot of shooting through one of the arrow slits into the other arrow slit to hit the other Kenku.
How miracle of a miracle shot?
It has 3/4 cover, so he's going to have +5 to his AC. Their AC isn't very high, though.
Can I hide first?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, I hide.
Okay. Roll a stealth check.
28.
28 hits. Or,
It does.
yes.
With my stealth, I hit it.
28 is enough. You are hidden. Roll an attack with advantage.
It's a lot.
Okay.
26.
That hits.
Sneak attack with that advantage. 13. That's 18 piercing damage.
That kills it. So
Buddy,
you should.
even saw it.
Yeah, an arrow just comes shooting through one of the holes into the hole directly opposite of it, and you just hear a squawk, and that Kenku drops as well.
Come over the stone and go. Got him.
I assume that's it for your turn.
No, I'm gonna move.
Okay, go back out into the hall.
Yeah, I mean it's only 30 feet, but
Yeah, you can make it.
I'll go
back
back
too.
out into the hallway towards the other
Okay.
people.
Make it almost to the end of the corner where you can see the obelisks again. All right, Jazz, your turn.
I mean, I probably don't have enough movement to even leave the hallway.
I mean, we're playing it pretty fast and loose with the movement. I'm not really worried too much about it. What do you want to do?
I think probably get at least as far to like peek in over the shoulder of Niona and what's going on in there, and just see that. Do you need assistance, Niona, or do you think you have this handled?
Oh, it's okay. They're afraid of me, so we're fine.
You would be wise to stand down. I see she has already melted some of your compatriots. And then just gonna walk on past the doorway. Probably sees the people chained up and just like, well, yeah, that's gonna be it for my turn.
All right. End of your turn. It is now going to be the the conductor's turn. Who, I mean, just saw 4 people get melted by the moonbeam, and his other pupil has stood down to go, useless. And then sees like more people moving out of the hallway, hears you have more support. You win for now. And casts Dimension Door. And disappears.
Oh, he just left that kid here.
Yep.
Oh,
Didn't even go to get him.
What a bad teacher.
We're going to say that ends the threat for now, because the other guy's not going to attack you. Initiative over.
I'm gonna pop my head out the door and be like, listen, I got a lonely soul here. He stood down. He seems pretty chill. He can't really play music, so he's probably okay. However, his leader got out of here and I couldn't stop them.
Please don't kill me.
Leave your
Listen,
weapons, start running up the stairs all the way back up and get out. That's probably your best course of action from here on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I stop him first and go, first of all, what were you playing? What were you doing?
It was band practice.
He just needs more practice.
Oh, okay. And then it's just kind of like let him by.
Thank
Make
you.
sure you practice every day.
I will. And goes running up the steps.
are any of the other bone flutes left from the body? Can I go get one?
And that
Yes, you
young
can.
man,
I want
Johann
one.
Sebastian
Thank
Bach.
you. Yeah. We saved him. I'm gonna pick up a bone flute and then I'll join everybody.
This is not
Okay.
an important question to ask now, but I'm wondering if Warforged have like lung capacity and wind capacity, or if voice is some kind of voice modulator. Basically, could Jazz play a wind instrument? Could Jazz play jazz?
I was gonna say, ironically, Jazz could never play jazz. I
He
guess
can play
piano. He could do piano.
Yeah.
freeform
drums.
jazz.
Are these? They're just they're like regular flutes.
So they're made of bone.
Well, that's not what I meant. Like a flute? Because I have a pan flute, is what I'm asking. There's more than one kind.
It just says flutes. What kind of flutes do you want them to be?
Can one of them be a pan flute? Because I want it.
Sure.
Now I have two pan flutes and one's made of bone.
Can you make me? Are either one of you proficient in medicine?
No. In nature.
I am.
Make a medicine check for me.
Oh boy. 17.
They're people bones.
Oh, okay. I'm still gonna keep it,
Ew.
but I'm gonna, yeah, I'm gonna inform Thea just in case.
Oh. That must have been hard to make. People bones are pretty big.
There's some little ones. I mean,
Your bones are probably
And-
pretty little.
yeah, mine are really little. It just depends on the people. I bet the birds in there that you saw, they got pretty small bones, I'm sure.
I
too.
bet that's it. Aren't their bones hollow?
Yeah.
I want to say that Shellac is like, this conversation's weird, and then wanders away.
But they all are also wearing. So looking over their bodies, they don't have a lot on them except the instruments, and they also all have robes that they like. Seems like matching robes of their order.
I'm gonna nudge Thea and be like, hey, you wanna steal a couple of robes? You wanna see if we can blend?
Yeah. Yeah.
There's 4 of them. We can get almost everyone.
Well, I guess we could do you guys and I could creep around.
How well does this look like it'll fit over a turtle shell?
Poorly.
I was
Well,
gonna say,
you
I'm like,
just tell them it's their fault for not having a very accessible cult. First of all, that tower is just all stairs. Terrible. There's gotta be some kind of code for this kind of thing.
There was an elevator, but you didn't see it until you got to the bottom.
Oh, okay. Well,
I want to imagine that Shellac puts on the robe and it's just kind of like really tight and he's just spikes are sticking out of it.
maybe you could just wear it as like a cape.
Yeah, that'd probably be the only thing I could do.
I'm sure they'll understand.
I'm gonna slide one on, and it's gonna look like she's literally just a pile of clothes moving around. But that's okay.
All right, so you guys now have your instruments and robes.
I have knives. I can
all-
cut the excess off.
Okay, you trim it a little bit to fit.
We're not tripping over it.
So you have your disguises. Where do you
look
guys
amazing.
where do you want to go now?
I mean,
I think
I can look around some more, or you guys can.
I think Shellac sees that hallway with those like people tied to the obelisk and just goes, "What's this? What's this situation?"
Intruders.
He's
Oh.
having a hard time.
Intruders.
I think I'm probably just gonna kill him.
I'm like, wait.
I will not fail this test, intruders.
They have like skeleton faces, and I feel like I feel like fixing this is sort of above my pay grade.
I'm gonna go over to the one that's like right here and just go, "So, what are you doing here? How you doing, buddy?"
Who are you?
I'm
Looks
You're-
over your robes. You're a member of the Windwards. You've passed the initiation.
Ye-
What must I do to prove my loyalty to Our Lady?
Tell me what you're doing and bestow upon me the knowledge of this great facility.
I am being tested. I must learn to survive on air alone.
Oh
That
no,
sounds-
not these people.
That sounds terrible.
I feel like I almost have it.
Sean, are these humans or okay.
Yeah, they're humans.
Oh, okay. I just wanted to make sure. I'm not gonna lie, my dude, but you need food and water.
You
But
want
can't
some
just-
water?
No.
Tell him we're not doing the breath thing anymore.
Yeah, we're not doing
food now.
Oh yeah, we're not doing. We're no longer breatharians. We now consume that which the land provides to us.
Make a deception check.
Yeah, that's fair.
I mean, it's not really deception because it is true that you do this, but it is deception for the purposes of what you're trying to accomplish.
Yeah. That's a 15.
I assume Shellac eats.
Yeah, he eats. He ate at the big feast.
15 though?
Yes.
Oh. Really? I can eat now.
Yeah, and I
Oh.
think
Thank
Shellac. I think Shellac gives him a little bit of his rations, just to be
He's
like,
still-
here.
Yeah, he's still tied up, so you feed him.
Yeah. And then I think I
Oh.
said,
Thank you. This is the best thing I've ever eaten. And you hear the two behind them on the other two obelisks are like, I want some. I want some too.
and I kind of turn and I just say, I will give everybody something to eat if you tell me what is happening here.
Wait, so we're really not doing the breathing thing anymore?
You should still breathe, but you should also
Yeah.
eat.
They just all
Yeah,
start
yeah.
holding their breath.
You gotta all do you gotta do all of it.
Now we live on food alone.
I consume air through food.
Are we gonna let them go?
I mean,
I
there-
imagine I'm
and
hiding around a corner.
I think I just kind of I'm kind of like I like look at the almost like they're not gonna do anything. They're basically skeletons.
That's fair.
So I give them a little bit of the rations if they kind of tell us what's happening.
Should we turn them from breatharians into the people who think you can live on sunlight? Just
Oh.
tell them to climb out of the chasm and Go bask in the sunlight.
I
Oh my
mean,
They
God.
seem very susceptible right now.
the sun
Yeah,
is
right.
high up in the air. Tell him it only
Yeah.
works in towns.
And as a supplement to getting a balanced diet.
Yep.
But the guy just says, I was taken a while, I don't even know how long ago, and they told me I could join. Well, they told me I would join, and then this. There were other parts too that were bad. But I almost, they said this was the last test. And then I could bask in our queen's benevolence.
Did you even want to join, or were you kidnapped and then brainwashed?
I don't remember.
And I sort of ask, are you familiar with the phrase delegation by any means?
I know the meaning of the word, yes.
Were you part of a delegation?
No,
Oh, okay.
I was a farmer.
Oh, okay. I kind of go to the other two in the back. I'm like, were y'all with the delegation?
Oh? What's a delegation?
Okay. And I think I kind of turn to the rest of the group. I go, I think they were just people who were kidnapped by this cult. I think they've been brainwashed. I think we just let them go. I mean, they're not going to do much good or harm. And I go, hell, they might not even make it back.
It's an awful lot
What?
of steps. No. So I'm gonna ask the farmer because he's right in front of me. Do you wanna be a farmer again? Like, do you wanna get out of here?
Sure.
Like, the bottom line is, do you really want to be a part of this?
I mean, he kind of looks you over and looks over the robes and stuff. Yes, yes, I definitely do. More than anything, have I passed the test?
If I say you've passed the test, will you tell me? Can I make an insight check on him before I say this?
Sure.
I'm gonna make shit up. Oh no. It's not gonna go well. She's dumb. It's an 8.
Yeah, you can't get a great read. Seems like he just really wants to say whatever it is that you want him to say.
Okay. I'm gonna go. Okay, listen. I'm gonna trust you with this, and I literally melted 4 people. So don't mess with me.
Is that
I
what
am-
happens to people that fail?
No, it's what happens to people who are part of this cult. Do you want to be a part of it or not?
But you're a part of it.
I am not.
Yes, I do.
No, I am not. I'm invading, and I want to set you free. But if you're gonna go telling us, we're gonna have issues.
This is part of the test too.
Oh boy.
Yes, more than anything, melt me if you need to. I will serve our queen.
Okay, I'm gonna turn to everyone and be like, can we just leave them here and then like break them out when we're done? If we can beat whatever's down here.
Perhaps that is a possibility. Perhaps allow one last attempt to persuade them to flee for their own safety.
Yeah.
And Jazz will approach. Well, you were a farmer. The alien overlords are soon to arrive, and they will need food and sustenance, so I will release you from your bonds, but you must return to the surface and return to your calling as a farmer and propagate food for as many as you can, as this will benefit the most and fatten the herd for the alien overlords.
Deception check.
It's like half persuasion, but yeah. 13 deception.
Aliens. Right. Yes, I will go back to being a farmer for the aliens.
I believe that is good enough and is going to work to undo the chains. At the very least, might have confused them enough to not know what to do.
Yeah, it seems to be about the case.
Yeah.
Maybe I've convinced him through your bad deception, convinced him not to be a part of this cult. And you untie all three of them. Going through the same process for all of them, but I'm not
Pretty
gonna,
much.
I'm not going to repeat that. All right, and they are all very weak and very slowly begin to make their way out and up the steps. Successfully solves my 3 people tied to obelisks puzzle.
Weird.
That's from the module. That's not one of mine.
Can they even conceive of more than their own shadows?
Yeah, right.
Well, okay. That went, I mean, I guess well.
It should, in part, make up for the guards we had to kill.
Well, they
but-
would have killed us anyway.
Wait, we're doing a lot of murdering.
No, I mean,
And look at those
They would've
3
killed us.
anti-murders. 4 if you count the band member.
you
Boy,
guys
if I had
are
a
really-
moral compass, it would feel compromised right now.
Yeah, you guys
Um,
are really hung up on killing people who want to kill you and destroy this entire planet.
Oh, I am fine with them dying if need be, but if we can save some.
I don't think we should call it murder, though. Just the stigma around that's a little bad. So what are we doing?
Stigma around murder.
I really mean the connotation. I don't think Thea knows that word.
I think it might be best if we keep moving forward. Start looking around.
Which way?
Well, I'm gonna creep because I don't have a costume.
Yeah, you have up towards the sound of running water, or continuing down the hall to the right as we're looking at the map, and doors that you haven't opened yet.
I'll go towards the water.
Okay. Make another stealth check for me.
I'll get you. 21.
Okay, I got a big old room to reveal here. Right.
Whoa.
This is about what you can see from where you enter, give or take. All right, obelisks. You did that.
Obelisk. The Tormentor. Is he in here?
No.
Aw. That would have been exciting.
So you come into this room, which you see this large central pyramid in the center that you saw from outside. Around it, there's this moat where you see the water kind of cascading down the cliff. Still pretty dark in here. Not a lot of light sources. You do hear. Make a perception check, actually.
Mm, 19.
Okay. You do notice one thing. So the water around you is fairly dark. The pathway circles around this large stone building in the center. To your right, it looks like it proceeds further into the cavern through some sort of platform. We see these pedestals along the platform. In the dark water to your left, you do see a shape of as you see a ripple that seems to be carrying through the water. It's you can't see what it is due to how dark and murky the water itself is, but there's something moving underneath it.
Well, Last time it was 2 big crocodiles.
This time it's 3 big crocodiles.
I don't see any people though or anything.
Not currently.
Okay. I hate it when you phrase it like that. I'm gonna keep going. Probably trying to stay clear of the water as much as I can. In case it's something particularly jumpy or bitey.
Okay. Are you going left or right?
Right.
Right. Okay. Let's see. So you head to the right. As you are coming around this corner, that didn't work. Coming around this corner here, you can see this this colonnade that adds this walkway, enclosing this pyramid that you are currently moving along the outskirts of. As you come around the corner here, you see this this pathway leads into this small sort of like what's the word that I'm looking for? Ravine area, or there's pool inside of here. I'm gonna feel that. But you also hear another noise, the flapping of wings. As soaring above you, you see a wyvern, which comes kind of swooping down out of the chasm and then lands on top of the pyramid with a humanoid rider wearing a feathered cloak perched on top of it, sort of surveying the area. They don't seem, with your stealth check, they don't seem to have noticed you yet.
Okay, I'm gonna take out the message stone again. Hey everybody, I have an update. There's a big room in here, and it's got this thing surrounded by water, which definitely has something in it. I'm not gonna look because I'm afraid it's another crocodile. There's a big pyramid, and also on top there's a guy riding a dragon.
Okay.
It's probably a wyvern, but it could be a dragon, is what I'm saying.
Either way, big scare.
Yeah. So this seems important.
Should we? And I turn to the rest of the group and go, should we go check out the rest of these before moving forward? Because that seems super important, but also like, yeah.
Does the person riding the wyvern seem like they're gonna leave anytime soon, Thea? Or are they just staying there?
He's just looking around right now. What's he doing up there?
It's just perched there,
Looking.
scanning. Looks like he's guarding the area.
Yeah, I don't know if he's gonna leave. Man, that's cool.
Could perhaps attempt to sneak our way with our disguises. Just worry about exploring the other way and getting too far away from Thea.
Okay, I'm gonna see what's in there. Bye.
Oh boy. Oh boy. When Fang's not here, this is a nightmare.
Just creep along. Creep along.
Okay, so you're going to the right, following this bridge.
Yeah. Over here.
All right.
Oh wait, is that a door?
That is a door. Oh, sorry.
I want to see what's in there.
Okay. Yeah, there are sets of doors on either side. I don't know if they were immediately visible.
Oh, there they are. Oh, that's what I saw. Just been a peek.
Okay. So you now they are big stone doors. So peeking does involve opening the doors.
Is there a gap at the bottom?
No. Dwarven architecture, it's very good. They open easily,
Frickin'
but they do have to open.
Ancient doors and then stone. I hate this. Open the door. As little
Okay.
as possible.
All right, you push open the door. And you see inside. Two rows of pillars supported by support a 20-foot high ceiling. This marble hall. Pillars are sculpted to resemble dwarves, locked in solemn stairs. Each one clutches a stone axe. East of the pillars are two ascending marble staircases with handrails. In the middle of the room, several cultists in gray feathered robes levitate a few feet above the floor while chanting a hymn. Howling air rises from a pit in the middle of the floor.
There's weird stuff in here, you guys.
Kind of weird stuff. We should come in and start shooting.
Well, there's air coming out of the floor. Which seems important.
Like, is it like air as in like a draft, or like magic air?
Can I tell?
Not at this distance. You just feel this breeze, and it seems to be emanating from this pit in the center of the
I
room.
don't know. There's a pit and there's air coming out of it. And you guys said we were looking for an air node, and this feels important.
I don't know if we can get in there without getting the attention of the wyvern.
Well, we are disguised.
Distraction time.
Yeah, everyone except for Thea is disguised.
So, I mean, we could take line and just walk up over there, hide in plain view.
Okay.
It's up to you guys.
And if worst comes to worst, we run and bust through the door.
Do the doors seem big enough that the wyvern can squeeze through? Although I suppose we can't see from here.
Yeah, the wyvern could probably fit through most of the openings.
Hell. All right.
The doors are about 10 feet. They're big doors.
Okay.
We will come to help you there, Thea.
All right. The
Before
four of
we
you
move,
start
though,
heading.
gonna make my protector turret give everyone 13 temp HP.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm down to, well, everyone except Thea, because she's too far.
That's okay. I have that amulet now.
Yeah.
All right.
3 more hit points.
So
48.
very nice. You all head past the obelisks, enter this massive structure, cavern with the pyramid here. And as soon as you enter the room, Thea, from your vantage point, you can see the wyvern kind of turn and kind of like buckets Ryder a little bit to get their attention, and the Ryder looks down and then kind of stirs the wyvern off of the pinnacle, and it comes swooping down and then lands on the pathway that you guys are currently walking along. And you see this rider who is wearing this feathered cloak with this hood up, and they look over all of you as they're riding the on the back of the wyvern and say, "Where are you off to?"
Hello. We were instructed to check in on the progress inside.
Instructed by who?
The queen herself, of course.
Looks over all of you. Your windwards, correct?
Yes.
Yep.
Where's Wind Harrow?
I'm not sure. Wait.
Well, actually, he left in the middle of practice. He seemed to have something very urgent to attend to, and I'm really not sure what it was. But he left real fast.
All right. I was gonna say deception check with disadvantage. We'll call that the assist to cancel out the disadvantage. So just a deception check from Vivian.
Yikes. Okay. 24. Wait, no. 22.
22. Okay. With Nyona with the save there. Says he's always skulking about. Business inside the temple. Fine. Carry on.
I'm just gonna like bow slightly and keep going.
Stirs the wyvern, which ascends back to the top of the temple. To avoid that encounter.
Wow.
Narrowly.
The whiskey delegation does it again.
Thea's just like pressed up against the wall right by the door over there, like.
You guys can all hear the chanting from inside the partially open door.
There.
Is it do we recognize the chanting? Is it in a language any of us can understand, or is it
I know primordial.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah, I'd say those are the primordial. You
I
pick
only
up
know
on
one specific dialect.
Yeah, you know Aquan, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so this would be more of this would be an Aran. Those of you that speak primordial understand it a little bit, and it's the basic just you get is they're chanting a hymn to a being called Yansi Bin.
I guess I'm gonna peek in and then I'm gonna look out and say, well, if we want to get them to stop the chanting, I might be able to do something that would get all of them. It's not for sure, but
Would be good if there is any sort of magical essence to this chanting. Interrupting a ritual would
yeah.
probably benefit us.
Sean, you said that they were floating, right?
Yes, they're all levitating.
Okay. About how high up are they levitating?
Not very high, just enough that like sort of in a cross-leg position, like a foot or two off the ground.
Okay. Well, I can go in and do it, and then we can all rush in and pick up the pieces of whoever doesn't get sucked up.
about as best a plan as any?
Okay. Well, I've been wanting to use the spell.
Do it.
Let me check the distance on this. Ooh, okay, yeah. It's a 60-foot out. So I have a spell called Riptide, which is 20-foot radius, and everyone basically needs to make a strength save or be restrained and suspended.
Okay.
Just gonna run in and
boy.
just cast that.
All right, let me get up all these character sheets. So we've got. All right. So what's the strength save again?
Strength save, yeah.
All right, I'm just gonna do one for all the little guys. That's a 4.
Close, but not quite.
For the Skyweaver,
Rip.
it's a 14.
Fail.
And for the Hurricane. Oh wait, that wasn't a strength save. That would have been worse than a 14. And for the Hurricane, it is a natural 2021.
Well, everyone but him is suspended.
Okay.
And restrained.
Okay. Just until. Did he take any damage or
yeah.
anything?
No, so the way this one works is that immediately they're just kind of restrained and suspended, and then on the start of my next turn, I can kind of direct the current. But the one who succeeded is going to be moved to the edge of the cylinder.
Okay, so they're all pulled towards the center and then suspended there.
Yeah.
All right, so you all see from where you're at this column of water form in the center of this room, pulling all of these suspended people towards it and then holding them in the air as they all begin to panic and sort of flail in the air as Vivian steps into the room casting the spell. One of them pushed to the outside, wheels around on all of you, and begins to attack. We are going to end our session there for today because it is 6 o'clock. And we will see how this turns out for next time. I'm actually, so I know where everyone is at, I'm going to take your tokens. I'm going to put you where you actually are. So you're all in there right now. Cool. Alrighty, guys. Well, good session. So we are currently in the midst of exploring the temple of the not named yet air cult. You guys will see how it turns out next time. Can you stop an alien invasion and save the world? We'll be back same time, same place next week, 3 o'clock. And yeah, see where all this goes. Thank you everyone for playing. Thank you, my lovely players. Thank you everyone out there for watching. Come join us tomorrow for Slang 101 at 4 o'clock Eastern time. Savannah runs that. I play in it as well. It's a lot of fun. It's Monster of the Week. A bunch of college town yokels hunting monsters and getting in trouble. After that, we'll have AOS on Tuesday. Elegant Suffering is this week on Thursday for some Good Society, Jane Austen fun, and back on Friday for Neon Souls. Whole schedule's below. If you're watching us live on Twitch, check that out. If it below our faces, if you're watching us on YouTube, head over to our Twitch page, give us a follow while you're there, and see what we've got going on. Any other announcements before we call it for this week?
I'll plug the games that I have coming up off this channel. My next one, which you guys can all hang out for because it's on Monday. We don't have anything on this channel on Monday. Is on Monday night, 8 p.m. Eastern time on twitch.tv/KoboldPress. I play Cleric of the Moon in a D&D 5e game, and it's a while, but we're using Kobold Press's new 5e supplement called Deep Magics, the spells from which some of them you saw today. It's great, check that out. And then on Friday afternoon, 3 p.m. Eastern time before Neon Souls, I'll be on twitch.tv/encounter roleplay, running an Apocalypse World game called Diesel Punks with some of our Slang 101 and Neon Souls friends. So yeah, coming out with me.
Awesome. Anybody else? No? Okay. Well, thank you everyone out there for joining us. We will see everyone next time. And until then, good game and good night, Internet.